Hello everyone to some more Bridge. We're going to play another 8-board match here, this time without Best Hand enabled as promised in the last one. And we'll get started here. Pretty good hand. We're not guaranteed to find a game here, but it should be close at least. Alright, so partner has a minimum balanced hand, which, like, in the context of having opened, that's like 12 to 14. This is enough to at least consider game, so we'll bid 2 clubs. Partner has a maximum for his minimum, so like 14 or maybe a good 13, and exactly 3 spades. So I'm perfectly thrilled to bid 4 spades here. Very suitable hand. The fact that he has ace nothing in hearts means we have very little wasted there. We're losing maybe, a spade or 2, maybe a club. Seems very good. The main concern would be getting tapped in hearts, I guess. Is there something I can do about that? Not really. Alright, let's just, if spades behave very badly, we could be in some trouble. I'm using my heart entry instead of the club entry so that I still have the option to play clubs whichever way I want after attacking spades. Okay, the spades have come in, so we're guaranteed to make it here. I don't see any particularly compelling reason to guess the queen of clubs one way or the other. East has shown up with slightly more spades than West, so West is slightly more likely to have clubs. But the club layout makes it a little bit easier to play East for the king than West. So I think those roughly cancel out and I can do whatever I want. Right, mainly I can play the king. If the suit is 3-2, I can play either one of them for the queen just as easily. But suppose that I plan to play East for the queen, right? What you would like to do then is play the king. Just in case West has the singleton queen, you might as well. And then finesse once, and then finesse again. That way it works if East has queen fourth, or actually any 4-card suit. But you can't do that against West. You can't play the ace, and then finesse, and then finesse. Because if West has queen fourth, he'll just duck 3 times, and you'll have to play the king early. So I guess the main question is, like, how likely is it that East has a small singleton club? Which is the main downside of playing the suit the way I would like to play it. Well, he's much more likely to have a small singleton club than the queen. Than the queen singleton, I mean. But I guess the queen singleton doesn't really, I don't know, yeah. Okay, we'll play it this way. Okay. Cool. I claim the remainder. That's the other thing, is you could consider leading the jack and then playing the king on it anyway. To try to, like, you have such good club intermediates that you can kind of afford to throw away the jack. Yeah. If you're going to take a finesse, you should lead the jack. Just to see if you can tempt West to play the queen. He might want to play the queen thinking, oh, partner might have the 10-9 of clubs and this will set them up. It's obviously stupid. Declare wouldn't lead the jack unless he had the 10 or the 9. In which case the queen doesn't help. But Gibb doesn't know that. This hand's good enough to open, although the king of hearts is pretty weak. It's not really worth 3 points when it's singleton, but it's, whatever, it's close. East is bidding game in hearts here. So I guess we're going to be defending that. I'm not sure if I should play the ace or not. In isolation, the most natural thing is to play low. Eventually, the ace will capture the king, and partner's 10 will win a trick, is the idea. But Dummy's spade shortage makes that dangerous. Declare can probably cash some spades pitching diamonds. Let's try to figure out what's going on in this hand. We have 12 points, right? We see 8 in dummy, that's 20. Partner's got 1, that's 21. Declare has 15 to 17, so call it 16. That's 37. So partner has like 3 points plus or minus 1. If it were the ace of spades, that would be pretty cool, because then we would be getting 2 diamonds if I duck, and a club, maybe 2 clubs. No, I would get end played eventually before long, right? I would have to play a diamond or a spade, and Declare would put in the jack. You know, we'd only get 1 club that way. So it's almost unthinkable that we can beat this, really. So we're kind of thinking about over tricks, right? Yeah, I just don't think... I don't know, is there some way? What if Declare has 4 clubs? Maybe that way we would end up winning 2 of them? I think even then... Alright, I'm gonna play low. It's kind of dangerous, but well, whatever. I don't think anything is likely to work. Okay. So partner didn't have a spade card, and we're giving up a diamond we could have won this way. But I don't think we were ever gonna beat it. And I think playing a diamond was our best chance to beat it in the unlikely situations that would have allowed us to. I guess I could have thought about, like, what if partner has some heart winners? Hearts are breaking badly for Declare. Maybe partner has like Queen 10 8 or something. I wasn't watching the spots too carefully, but ooh. So what was going on in this hand? We got a heart trick, which we were guaranteed to take. We could have taken a diamond and a club. Yeah. And there was no hope to beat it. We could have taken 1 more trick if I jumped at trick 1. But I still think it was possible. I think there was some layout out there where partner has ace of spades and no other cards. I think we could have beaten it that way if I play low on trick 1, but not otherwise. So I think that was worth taking the chance on. Well, opponents are in a contract nobody ever likes to be in, so that's good at least. And I have a nice solid suit to lead. 3 card support in partner's suit is pretty promising. What's going on? East supposedly has kind of a weird bit, isn't it? What on earth is 2 no trump? Why wouldn't you bid 2 of a suit here? You've got to have 4 cards in something, and it isn't clubs, so you could bid it at the 2 level. I don't know why you would pick no trump. I mean, I guess he has ace jack X of clubs, and no trump is looking pretty good in that context. Maybe that's the point. So Declare has ace jack X of clubs, which is 2 stoppers. But I have a heart stopper and a spade stopper. Partner might have something in diamonds. We can use that to set up his clubs. Okay. Declare has the ace of spades as well. I guess I don't have a spade stopper. He's got 4 of them. Yuck. Yeah, declare is ducking. Oh no, he's not ducking. He's being. Partner has the king, and declare has only the jack, so he has to lose that, right? Okay, maybe partner has ace king fourth of hearts, and we can cash a bunch of those. Even third would be fine. Give me the queen. Yeah. So I guess we have some problems, don't we? This is the end. Lights out. Declare has the jack of clubs, the 10 of spades, and the king of diamonds. There's nothing we can do. I'll play a club in case he doesn't have that, but it seems impossible. And they made their 8 tricks. Well done, guys. This is 11. Certainly enough to do something. Sorry. Did I say 11? It's 13. But the opponents seem to actually have, like, they each have a good hand. So we're not going to be declaring anything. If I venture in, I could get doubled for 500 or 800 pretty easily. I don't have the shape that's really enough to encourage bidding, so I'll just see what they get up to. Alright, 3 no trump. So partner's pretty much broke. But we might be able to beat this somehow or other. This is very promising. All of my cards are working well. Right? King, queen, 10 over the ace, jack, fourth. Queen of clubs over those clubs. King, jack of hearts over the queen. But like, oh my god, dummy has 15 high card points. And I have 13. That's 28. Declarer should have 12 for opening. That leaves partner 0. He has nothing. So what tricks does Declarer have? Well, 1 diamond. He can get 3 clubs eventually. A heart. It's 5. He's taking at least 3 spades, the ace, king, and jack. Maybe a 4th. So the big problem here is going to be like not getting end played. I don't think I'm going to manage to avoid it, honestly. But right now is kind of my last chance to get out safely with a spade. At least I won't blow any tricks this time. I will next time I win a trick, almost certainly. Unless he ducks this? No. Oh god, I have to discard too. Alright, he takes the finesse. I can get out again with a club. Partner's showing out on the 3rd round, so Declare had 4 of those. And at least 3 spades, and apparently 4 hearts, right? Does this show the 4 or just a stopper? Just a stopper. He might not have 4. Alright, let's pitch a heart. I don't think he's going to risk putting in the 10, so I'll play the 9 here. He did. Okay. But if I played the jack, it would have gone ace, and then he would have like, he would have set up the next one anyway, and then I would have had to lead a diamond. I don't know. We're not going to beat this. Are we? Maybe I can play him for only the ace of hearts remaining. Ah! Alright, here you go, Gib. Enjoy. Yeah, nothing I could do. Was there ever something I could do? Like, did Gib make a mistake that allowed me to beat it? I exited a club as required. Playing low there did give him an over trick, huh? I was supposed to play the jack. Now, if he plays a diamond... Yeah, I'm end played again. One more time than necessary. That's what playing low did to me. But he didn't. Quite reasonably. He wasn't sure what the layout was. And there they go again. Look at them. They've got some wheels, huh? Okay, well, let's see if we can beat 3 no trump. Oh, did partner in fact have nothing, by the way, on that last one? Yeah. The 10 of spades. He could have led a spade, but it wouldn't have helped. The natural thing to do here is to play the queen. You know, partner might have the ace. But it's like not super likely, and even if it works out, it only does a little bit. I'd rather play the 8 and hope partner has the jack and 9, unlikely as that is. Because then we're actually holding down Declare's tricks a bit. We have 7. Dummy has 14. That's 21. Declare appears to have like at least 13. So partner has maybe 6. That would be nice. I don't know that much about their shapes. I know West has no 4-card majors. So partner has at least 4 spades for what that's worth. And probably at most 1 club. You might bid this with only 2, I guess. Well, only 4, so partner might have 2 clubs. It worked. Partner did have the 9 and I think the jack. So the queen would have blown a trick. Declare would win the ace, and then he would lead low to the 10. And so ace, king, and 10 would all score tricks. This way the ace is scoring trick, and the king is scoring trick, and the 10 might. It sort of looks... Actually, yeah. Oh wait, I'm silly. I don't know partner has 4 spades, because dummy had 4. It could be that dummy had 4 and everyone else had 3. It sort of looks that way, in fact. Otherwise, like, why is Declare so excited to lead spades? Anyway, a diamond seems like our most promising direction. Spade? No. King of spades to drop the queen? Or the jack, I mean? Maybe that's his plan, I don't know. Anyway, we probably have a heart trick, so that's something. Partner does have 2 clubs, so Declare only has 4. Now it's gotta be a spade, right? Alright, the suit didn't break, so partner has that. But that's their 9th trick anyway. Alright, well, not much we could have done there, but playing the ace, the 8 saved a trick compared to the queen. It feels a little unnatural. Usually, like... I don't know. With the 9, it's a very obvious play. But with the 8, I think it's easy to miss. I suspect Gib will find it. It's pretty, like, correct double dummy. Or even single dummy, but just, like, doesn't feel as natural. What is this, 16? Yeah. Strong enough to open 1 no trump. Not the right shape. You'd like to have at least 2 cards in every suit. There is a faction of people who think that a singleton ace is as good as 2 cards and you can open 1 no trump with this. I don't super love that idea. I do it sometimes if there's a good reason. 1 no trump auctions are generally pretty smooth, so it's nice to have an excuse to open that way. Here, I could open 1 diamond, and I have like comfortable rebids. I don't know, unless partner bids 2 clubs, but in that case I'll just bid 2 no trump and they'll be fine. Yeah, I don't really see much reason to mislead partner. Let's just open a diamond and see what happens. His weak diamond raise. Well, we weren't going to hear about that after 1 no trump. How weak do you play weak, partner? We should probably just let it go. Even if partner has like 5 diamonds, we're getting like 5, 6, 7, maybe 8 tricks, so 3 no's not going to make. So let's try to make 3 diamonds. We have 5 diamond tricks and 2 aces is 7. Can rough a couple clubs in hand, maybe, to make up 9. That's a bit tricky because they're drawing trump. So maybe what we have to do is work on hearts. Set up spades as entries to dummy to lead hearts, I guess. Oh, they're leading hearts. That's nice. Doesn't mean I should probably draw trump before something bad happens. There you go. Trump are drawn. Easy. And now I no longer have to lead hearts from any particular hand. Oh, they're even giving me a spade pitch. Wow, gonna make 5. Look at that. I'll rough the 2 club losers, and that's that. Not good enough to bid. Not good enough to overcall. Guess we're defending. So what do we lead here? As I mentioned in a previous episode, opening lead is the most dangerous trick of all because you don't know enough. Can't see the dummy yet. There are really only 2 options here. A spade lead is looking very dangerous for no good reason. Right, giving up. They're going to lead spades eventually, and you risk giving up the queen of trump if you show them where it is. Or even if they don't know where it is, they're going to have. If you lead away from it, they'll have a play that like works no matter what, basically. Likewise, leading a club usually gives away a trick. I've talked about how leading suits that have just the ace in them is usually wrong. So the choice is a small heart or a small diamond. Neither one is very appealing, to be honest. The jack is kind of like... It's the kind of honor that leading away from it more often gives up a trick than creates one. So normally you kind of would prefer to lead from a stronger suit rather than a weaker suit, but jacks are not really a very good argument for a suit being strong, a lonely jack. So really I think these are about equal in use. I'll try a diamond. It probably doesn't give anything up, if nothing else. It might not be as aggressive as you would like to be, but at least it's not actively harmful to our side. Dummy has 7 clubs, which is obviously a big surprise. I'm not going to let this jack go. Declare very likely has only 1 club. And now I just have to figure out what red ace or red winner partner has. Does he have the ace of hearts? Does he have the king of diamonds? Either of those is possible. And we kind of need to cash our red suits before they go away on Dummy's clubs, probably. Partner played the 9 on, and it forced Declarer's ace. Declarer could have the ace, king, queen and just play the ace. Or I could even have the ace, king and play the ace, right? They're equivalent. Or he might have just the ace and have to play it because it's the only way to win the trick. We do know partner probably has the 10, for what that's worth. I don't know. I guess Declarer might have ace, king, queen, 10. I'm gonna continue diamonds. It hasn't worked. But it hasn't necessarily gone wrong. Declarer won't actually be able to pitch all that many on clubs, I think, because I have a spade stopper that I can get in with eventually. Alright, he had the ace of hearts as well. So he roughs a heart. I rough the club, but he doesn't really mind that much, I assume. If I were counting more carefully, I would have known he had only trumps left, but I wasn't. It didn't really matter. Splinter? Cool. Looks like they're on their way to a slam here. Stopping. Interesting. So we can talk now about Blackwood, which is not really what anyone plays anymore, but it's still what the conventions are named after. It was named after, oh gosh, what was his name? Something. His last name was Blackwood, but I can't remember his first name. Bridge Blackwood inventor. What was his first name? Easley. That's right, Easley Blackwood. Weird. When you search for Bridge Blackwood inventor, the first thing you get is an obituary for Easley Blackwood. Anyway, so you might, an old style rule of thumb is like you can try a slam if you have at least 33 points between you and partner. 33 is like just most of the points, but also it's enough that it's impossible for the opponents to have two aces. I suspect is why 33 was chosen as the rule of thumb. But very often, if you have hands that, if you have like a long suit somewhere or two that can produce a lot of tricks, then you can make slam with many fewer points than that, especially in a suit contract. Just so long as you can control the other suits, you don't need a bunch of winners in them. You just need to stop opponents from winning them too quickly. Then you cash your long suit, and you get rid of all your losers that way. And you can have many fewer than 33 points and still make a slam that way. But the danger is that if you find you have such such a source of tricks, you might want to bid a slam, but you don't have 33 points between you. So you're like, oh, what if the opponents have two aces? We'll be in trouble, right? And so this convention was invented by Easley Blackwood to ask partner how many aces he has. They used 4 no trump, and you would bid 5 clubs with no aces, 5 diamonds with 1 ace, 5 hearts with 2, 5 spades with 3, and I don't know, with 4 aces, like usually. Back in those days, it was very uncommon for a weak hand to be in control of the bidding, so it would be the strong hand asking the weak hand about aces, and so probably the question of 4 aces never came up. These days, if a partnership has established that they are strong, it's not too surprising for the weak hand to take control, and so 4 aces does occasionally come up. However, this is not actually what the opponents are playing. Nobody plays standard Blackwood anymore. We play what's called keycard Blackwood, invented by the Italians, as an improvement, where in a trump contract, the king of trump is nearly as important as an ace, and the queen of trump is pretty important too. And so we made the system better to be able to account for those cards. So instead of 4 aces, there are 5 key cards, the 4 aces and the king of trump. And you ask about those. There's not room to show all of those steps very cheaply, and so we've made the bids a bit more ambiguous. So this shows 0 or 3 key cards. 5 diamonds shows 1 or 4. 5 hearts and 5 spades both show 2 or 5, which is a little bit weird. The difference is whether they have the queen of trump or not. If you bid anything lower, you aren't clear about the queen of trump, but partner can ask you if he cares. It turns out the opponents are missing 2 key cards, the ace of clubs and the king of spades. So that's why they've stopped short of a slam. They probably will indeed lose a trick to my king. Yeah. They could drop it with the ace, but they don't know that. How are we possibly beating this contract? Well, we kind of have to give partner a ruff, right? Nothing else is going to work. It's almost unthinkable that we could give him a ruff, right? We need declare to have 4 hearts, which is impossible. He would have raised partner with that. Or else to have 5 diamonds, which is possible but unlikely. So I'll lead a diamond. Oh well. Also, partner might just have a trump trick lying over there, like maybe he has jack 4th. Probably not. You wouldn't lead a spade with that holding. I could concede here. I don't know. Maybe Gib would make some big mistake in hearts, but I don't think there is a mistake that you could make. All right, I give up. Just let me concede. I concede. I don't know. I haven't actually kept track. Maybe partner had. Oops. Maybe partner has a spade and I lost track. I didn't see if partner actually failed to follow, or if it's just like everyone's acting like partners out of spades. At a real bridge table, your partner could say, "No, we don't concede, you idiot." But Gib will never say that, so you don't concede unless you've seen proof that they have all the tricks. And I couldn't remember if I'd seen the proof or not. Any minute now, we'll get our results. We lost by 1. Interesting. So we got 2 extra over tricks on the first board. What was that all about? Oh, I solved the clubs. I see. Gib guessed them wrong, I guess. Although, why did that cost 2 tricks? Oh, maybe he also didn't get the spades right? He roughed a heart. Oh, is he eloping here? No. He played on clubs anyway. Alright, I'm not sure what he was taking out insurance against. Maybe something about a 4-1 trump split. Maybe he played it right. Maybe he paid a 2-imp insurance premium to cover the possibility of, to make it more likely he would make the contract in some unlikely scenarios. We'll come back to this one. I want to look at these small pips we won and then see, and then look in more detail at the one where we could have actually swung the match. So what happened at my table here? I put in the 8. Oh, so did Gib do that at trick 1? No, he put in the queen. Okay. And then Gib got to enjoy 3 spade tricks. This also probably gave him time to cash a 4th heart. Yeah. Okay, well that's where those 2 tricks came from. Here, I don't know, my opponent's just made an inexplicable play. Although I guess maybe something I did, maybe some Gib gave them some extra information by just playing a bunch of cards he didn't need to first. Yeah, and then he just conceded a spade because he knows, double dummy, the opponents would never make the mistake of failing to cash their spades. So why go after hearts in a hurry? Just flip a coin. It doesn't matter what suit you go after. But it does matter. The opponents might not cash their spade, as they did at my table. Okay. So what did Gib do better than me here? He beat 2 no trump. It was the same auction. Did he lead a diamond? No. I mean, obviously double dummy, there's nothing you can do. Declare has solved the spades, that's fine. But he's down now. Why? What did he do wrong? He has to play a club immediately? Why? That's very strange, isn't it? How many tricks does he have? He has 3. I see. Because he won't have a late entry to hand in spades to cash his club. So if he wants to win the jack of clubs, he has to do it immediately. Well, he has to lead up to it immediately anyway, before he finishes testing the spades. Okay. But so far, this is all the same as what happened at my table, isn't it? So where did I slip up? Was it that I exited a club instead of... Well, but at my table, he still had a spade entry, right? Oh no, this was our sixth trick. What happened? What happened? Oh, wrong hand. What happened at my table? So I remember I played the Jack of Spades a little earlier. Was that the blunder? It was. I wasn't even thinking about it at the time. I just was like, yeah, I mean, playing the Jack forces Declare to win in the dummy now. Playing low forces him to win in hand now, but I didn't think about what it would do to his entries in spades later. And I also didn't think about the fact that he would need a hand re-entry to enjoy the Jack of Clubs if he really has nothing in all the other suits. I didn't think he had nothing in the other suits. I thought he probably had a heart card, but there's no proof of that. The only thing I know he has is the Jack of Clubs, and actually, if I pay a little attention, the Jack of Clubs, if he has any way to hand, then he's made it, right? He's got 4 tricks, he's getting 2 more in spades, and the King of Diamonds, that's 7. So if he wins the Jack of Clubs, he's golden. If he has a hand entry in diamond in a red suit, therefore, there's nothing I can do, he just wins. So what I need to do is ensure that he doesn't get a hand entry later to enjoy the Jack of Clubs that I know he has. Which I can accomplish by ducking here. But shouldn't Declare just duck trick 1? The ace is fine. But if you duck trick 1, you solve the entry problem, right? You can lead up to the Jack and ace and later and actually win them both. It's not like you lead up and North can jump on the king, preventing you from winning anything. I think Declare should duck this. There is a downside to that, which is that if South happens to have the King of Clubs, you're kind of in trouble. But how likely is that really, right? North overcalled on King 10 5th? It's possible, I guess. I don't know. Okay, so I needed to be more alert in spades is the lesson to be learned from that one. I'm glad I don't know, this is kind of the reverse of the last match, right? Where last time Gib pipped me a bunch of times and then I won a game that he went down in. This time, I don't know, my pips were all sort of questionable. This was a clear mistake by me, but one that I would easily have missed. I didn't recognize as a mistake. That's why the postmortems are useful. You see your mistakes more clearly. We could, look over the hands where no imps changed hands, and when playing with a human partner, I go over every hand. Even if it's just yeah, nothing much we could do here, let's move on. You at least look at them. We already talked here about how I gave up a trick by ducking. Gibb says it doesn't matter. Interesting. Why not? Seems like it should matter. Because he pitched his diamonds on spades. I guess he just runs out of trumps. If his plan is to pitch all of Dummy's diamonds on spades and then draw trump, fine, but where are Dummy's clubs all going? He has to rough them in hand if he wants to not lose them. But in that case, I think he just doesn't have enough winners regardless. It seems like this duck was the better play. Yeah, at this point it doesn't matter what I do. Playing a spade is fine. But we're getting a trump trick regardless. And the king of clubs. I guess maybe the issue is if I play the ace at trick 1, do I maybe not even get any clubs? That's what it is, right? Because we're always getting a heart trick. And if I win this, I'm getting a diamond. If he still makes 5, that must mean we're not even getting a club trick. And indeed, he can discard, since he doesn't have to discard dummies diamonds on the spades, he can win all of these diamonds, pitching a club on the last one, and win the ace and king of spades, pitching 2 clubs from dummy. So we still get just the ace of diamonds and a heart. So the ace of diamonds was a trade for the king of clubs. I can win either one, but not both. Got it. Anything happening here? No. No, nothing much to do there. And on this one, we got our 1-2 tricks. Declare's red suits were so rock solid, he did not need, you know, leading the ace of clubs kind of like gives away some club tricks in a way, right? In isolation, if we look at just the club suit, that gives Declare a second club trick, when if he has to lead the suit himself, he can only take 1. But Declare doesn't care about club tricks, he just needs tricks. If we don't lead the ace of clubs at trick 1, he'll actually just throw away all of his clubs on red cards. So there's 12 cards in partner's hand that give them an over trick, and only 1 that holds it in, the ace of clubs. So well done finding the lead partner. Anyway, that was the match. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.